Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. We are covering the co-main event of UFC 253. This is going to be a banger. It's Dominick Reyes against Jan Błachowicz, the Devastator versus Polish Power. So as most of you will know, Jon Jones has gone to heavyweight, therefore the belt is vacant. So they're fighting for the vacant light heavyweight belt. We'll quickly go through the initial stats. So Reyes has only had one loss to Jon Jones, controversial loss. Błachowicz is 26-8-0. Reyes is 2 inches taller than him. And surprisingly, Błachowicz has got a 1 inch reach advantage and a ½ an inch leg reach advantage, which is minute, to be honest. Doesn't really mean much. Most of Reyes' wins have come by KO. Jan has a combination of KO, sub, and decision. Although Reyes has had 1 or 2 subs as well, I think. But in terms of overall BJJ, Jan is at a higher level. He's a black belt. I think Dominick Reyes is a blue or a purple belt. Average fight time for Reyes is a lot lower. Knockdown average is higher. And then we get into significant strikes landed per minute. So Reyes lands more per minute. He absorbs slightly more per minute, and Jan's defense is better. So Andrew, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, Dominick Reyes is fighting for the belt that he should already have, because he won that fight against Jon Jones 3-2.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
The Dominick Reyes is really good.
Very good fighter.
Yeah. And I look at Dominick Reyes, particularly his striking, and he's just really good. And I look at Jan Błachowicz, and he's okay. What I like about Dominick Reyes is he maximizes reach. He doesn't have a huge reach, but he manages distance really well. You know, he's typically an outside fighter. He's very bouncy, agile. He moves around. He pops in and out for shots and gets out the way. And yet he doesn't run either. You know, he'll at times he'll still push the pace. He'll still come forward and engage. Yet at the same time, he seems to be managing that distance really well. So he's never quite in range of the shorter, more powerful guys. And yet he's still bringing the fight to them, which I really like. He's got power as well. Which is, strange because he's quite a skinny guy.
I wouldn't say skinny, but he's slim.
Slim, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a beast.
He's not big. I mean, look at Jan compared to him there. Jan is stacked.
He is. So I look at Dominick Reyes and I see an elite fighter. Which is crazy because he's only got 13 fights.
Well, I mean, it comes back to the whole athlete thing, which he likes to remind everyone about every day. He was an elite level athlete. He was close to getting drafted by the NFL. And I know people were probably thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? NFL, MMA. You know, if you're almost ready for the NFL, then you're going to have cardio, you're going to have certain maneuvers, you're going to be doing similar kind of workouts to probably how some MMA fighters warm up. Mm-hmm. And then also with college football, you're going to be taking people down. You need some kind of physicality about you. So I think that base definitely helped him to switch into MMA.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're naturally athletic, it does cross over into other sports, particularly at this weight class where the talent pool isn't very deep, if we're being honest. So I think it does make a difference. So what do you think of Dominick Reyes' abilities?
The one thing I really like about Reyes, and it goes back to something that you've mentioned a number of times in various other predictions, and it's probably because you've got more extensive boxing experience than I have, is that he can fight going forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
So he can knock someone out going forward, and he can knock someone out going backwards, and he knocked Weidman out going backwards.
Yes.
All right, Weidman is not a natural light heavyweight, but he's still 6'2", all-American wrestler. And, one clip around his jaw and he's down. Mm-hmm. So the guy, I think he's got some of the best boxing in the UFC. His hands are amazing, amazing. His uppercuts, the way he was landing on Jones, his counter striking ability, his
Yeah.
defense. I mean, it's all there. It's all there.
Yeah,
His kicking is high level.
yeah, the counter striking. Did you see the fight against OSP? So
Yeah,
they kind of
yeah,
exchange in the pocket. OSP swings, and Reyes he slips beautifully and smashes him with an uppercut. He could have finished the fight there, but I think he let him off the hook. But that was just an
yeah.
example of that counter punching you're talking about. It is magnificent.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, he's got the kicks as well. And yeah, it's everything. It's like the distance management. It's knowing when to maintain the distance and when to close the distance and engage. It's just really good.
He's very good.
Which brings us to Jan Blachowicz' skills, or lack thereof, in my opinion. I look at Jan, obviously he's a big, powerful guy. He can knock people out with one punch.
Yeah.
But he's very one-dimensional. And the big thing I've seen about Jan Blachowicz is that he struggles to close the distance. For example, when he's fighting, maybe longer fighters who try to fight from the outside, he's just a bit lost. Because Jan Blachowicz needs his opponent to stand in front of him to land. He's not quick enough or explosive enough to close that distance. And what he does, he ends up sort of lunging forward with combinations. And then he gets clipped. And a really good example of this is the Thiago Santos fight. So Thiago Santos was just picking him off from the outside, with jabs and low kicks, which obviously frustrates someone like Jan Blachowicz. So Jan Blachowicz just lunged in with a combination. And, you talk about fighting going backwards. Thiago Santos knocked him out going backwards with a beautiful counter. He did a combination stepping backwards. And that was all because Jan Blachowicz just lunged forward.
Santos is a freak, though. We should mention that. He's an elite level
good.
Freak. Yeah. But I think Jan is more well-rounded than Dominick because Jan's got wrestling as well. And when I say that, I mean offensive wrestling. He can take people down. Dominick Reyes is not. Yeah, I've seen him take quite a few people down. I can check the stats.
Yeah.
Let me check the stats on this. So Dominick Reyes' takedown accuracy 16%, which is expected. His takedown defense is really good, 82%. Jon Jones could only get him down in the 4th round in that fight. Before that, he just kept getting back up, and he was defending against the cage. Weidman tried to get him down as well, couldn't, and Weidman is an All-American NCAA champ. Jan is 52% takedown accuracy. So he can take people down. However, Reyes has got very good takedown defense. I think Jan, in terms of overall MMA, is probably better than him because he's got a black belt in BJJ as well. However, as you said, there's a clear differential in striking here. I think Dominick Reyes' striking is just a lot more sophisticated than Jan's.
Sure.
Although Jan does have a very good double jab. He can pump the jab out quite well. He does quite well with a double jab. He's won 7 of his last 8 fights. So, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He knocked Corey out cold. He knocked Rockhold out cold. But, I mean, Rockhold is...
Who hasn't knocked out Rockhold?
Yeah, exactly. Rockhold is... Maybe we shouldn't really be talking about him. But he's got power. But as you said, I think Reyes' striking is some of the best in the UFC out of all weight divisions.
Yeah, I think that's fair. My problem with Jan is, as you said, it's unsophisticated. And as well as the lunging forward thing to close the gap that I mentioned, defensively, he's not great either. Like, there's no real head movements. You mentioned the double jab. The whole point of a double jab is to set things up and see how your opponent reacts, and then counter. It's to set up opportunities for further offense. I don't see
Yeah.
Jan Blachowicz doing that. You said he's cracked Corey Anderson, which he has. He's cracked Luke Rockhold and other people. But
He submitted a few people as well.
Yeah, but those people
Yeah.
knocked out are trading with him in the pocket. I think if you want to trade in the center of the octagon with Jan Blachowicz, it's a very dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
You get somebody like Thiago Santos or Dominick Reyes, who has a smarter game plan, they're just not going to do that.
No.
They're going to pick him off on the outside and, come in and come out, And I'm assuming that this is a stand-up fight.
Yeah, because, I mean, looking at the stats, looking at their previous fights, I think even if Jan goes for a takedown, I just don't think he can keep Reyes down. Yeah. Reyes is very good at, so for anyone who's practiced MMA, when you're against the cage and you know this, Andrew, and you stand sideways to gain leverage against your opponent who's trying to take you down, Reyes is very good at basically rocking up and down. So when someone gets their hands locked, like I remember during one of Jon Jones' takedowns, he had his hands locked behind him, which essentially means you're 70% down to up to a takedown. You're 70% of the way there. Mm-hmm. And even I think Cruz was commentating and he said, this is going to be a takedown. And then Dominick Reyes just started moving up and down and he got rid of the hand lock. And then that's it. He stayed on his feet.
The cheese grater thing they're on about, yeah.
Yeah, so he's very good at takedown defense. So I think Jan may be able to take him down, but I don't think he can keep him down. And I don't think he can take him down against the cage. So for me, this is going to be a stand-up fight predominantly. They can both go 5 rounds. Jan went 5 rounds against, what's his name, the Brazilian BJJ expert, that was a very boring fight, though, I have to say.
Ronaldo Souza.
Yeah, the middleweight that went up to light. That was a boring fight. They can both go 5 rounds. Yeah, I see this being stand up, and I think Reyes' stand up's just a different level. I think Jan's stand up's good for the division. It's good. I mean, if it wasn't good, he wouldn't be knocking people out, And his striking accuracy is good and so on. But I just think Reyes is a different league of striking.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Just talking about, obviously, this is a 5-round fight. We've seen Reyes go 5 rounds. He did tire in the 4th and 5th rounds against Jon Jones.
Yeah.
But he did enough he'd already done enough. And then I think he had enough energy just to kind of hold Jones at bay sufficiently.
Yeah, he was still throwing back.
Yeah. And Jan Blachowicz, we've seen him in that 3-round fight, in that 3-round decision against Jacare Souza. He was tired.
That was 5 rounds.
Was that 5 rounds?
Yeah, that was a 5-round fight.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he did look tired.
And there wasn't much output in that fight.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit of grappling against that was a very boring fight. That was a really boring fight. I remember watching that thinking, this is fucking boring. Not much happened. Dominick Reyes going against Jon Jones in his first 5-round fight, the amount of output he threw, anyone would get tired.
Yeah, for sure.
He started the fight with a left cross to Jones's face. Like, who the fuck does that?
It's a bold move.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to get tired. I think they can both go 5 rounds. I think we should probably also talk about the difference in age. Reyes is 7 years younger than him.
That's right, yeah.
That's pretty substantial. Not to say that Jan is past it. He's definitely not. But I don't know. I just see Reyes as the more sophisticated, younger fighter who's never been knocked out. Jan has been knocked out twice. I think this will be close. It won't be just Dominick Reyes going out there and completely obliterating him, but I think Reyes will win this.
So do I. I'm just trying to think how he wins this.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Reyes is not the kind of guy to go out and starch people in the first round. Actually, no. Yeah, he's done that loads of times. What am I talking about?
He KO'd Cannonier. He KO'd Weidman early on.
Yeah. Just let
He's
me see how
got
many first round KOs he's got. Oh,
the thing is, I mean,
he's got
people
loads.
talk about Jan's right hand, which he's got a lot of power in, but I mean, Dominick Reyes' left hand is almost as powerful. I think Jan's probably got more power than him.
Oh yeah,
simply
for sure.
because he's just more stacked.
Yeah.
But Reyes' left hand is lethal, dude.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's very powerful.
Yeah.
The way I see this going, I don't. I could be wrong, but I don't see Reyes getting around first round knockout against Błachowicz. I think he's going
No,
to
he
take his
won't.
time, stay on the outside, be careful, pick his spots carefully. And then I think as you get into maybe the third round or the championship rounds, Błachowicz is going to be tired. Not necessarily exhausted, but tired. I think he's going to be slower. And, he's there to be hit. He doesn't move a whole lot. He doesn't have the best head movement. And I think Dominick Reyes could end this in the third round or fourth round.
So in the later rounds. Okay, so we're getting on to predictions now. Yeah, I think it'll be a unanimous decision for Reyes or a finish in the later rounds. Probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
I think it'll go past 3.
Yeah. Let's look at the odds.
I'm assuming Reyes is a favourite in this.
He's a big favourite, yeah. Let me convert this into American for our American fans. Reyes is a minus 275 favourite.
And what's Jan is plus what?
Plus 200 underdog.
Plus 200. Well, I mean, you never know with MMA at this weight. So maybe a small speculative bet on Jan KOing him.
It's possible. If Dominick Reyes stands in front of him just a little bit too long, he could get knocked out.
He's got a lethal right hand.
Yeah. And of course, this is a 5-round fight. Dominick Reyes has to be careful for the whole 25 minutes.
Exactly.
Jan Błachowicz just needs a few moments when they're in the pocket, and it could all go wrong for Reyes.
Yeah, he needs one, and he's been developing more power as his career's progressed. If you actually go back and look at his record, he had a lot less finishes earlier on. So he's been working on strength and conditioning and so on. So he's getting more and more powerful, which has showed in his previous 3 or 4 fights. So, yeah, I mean, a small speculative bet on Jan KOing him, but I think I'm 75% in favor of Reyes in this.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Yes, 75% of the time, 80% of the time, Reyes wins.
Reyes should win this.
And I think there's enough value to put Reyes in the come.
Yeah, I'll put him in the risky come, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly even the... No, yeah, I'll leave it in the risky come because I still think Jan has got that
chance.
Power to end it all. Although having said that, Reyes has got a chin as well. He took some serious shots from Jon Jones. Serious elbows. But you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But yeah, I mean, look, going on to predictions, I'm going with the athlete all day long. The Devastator.
His experience with high school baseball, it just clinches this for me.
Yeah, exactly.
but seriously, the athlete thing, it is true.
No, it's true. He's very you can tell by the way he moves that he's just got fast twitch muscles. Like he's just bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah, and there's a thing. There's a certain kind of physique where your body does exactly what you want it to do.
Exactly.
The rest of us just don't have.
Yeah.
And that's part of being athletic. So yeah, and for me, this is similar to the Izzy versus Costa fight. Yes, the bigger, more powerful guys have a chance, I just can't not bet for the bet on the more sophisticated striker.
Although I'd say Costa has got more sophisticated striking than Jan, particularly in terms of body shots.
I think the differentiator there with Costa is that he's more explosive, so he can close that gap.
Yeah, and he's more explosive. Yeah.
Yeah, and he hits harder.
Yeah.
Whereas Jan Błachowicz is just a little bit slower, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So there you have it, guys. We've both got Dominick Reyes. I think that it will go to. I think it'll probably be a unanimous decision for Reyes, or possibly a very late finish for Reyes. However, a small speculative bet on Jan KOing him wouldn't go amiss in this situation because Reyes is a big favourite. And Andrew?
I'm going to say Reyes KO or TKO round 3.
Round 3.
I'm putting Reyes in the cum-cum.
I'm putting Reyes in the cum-cum too.
Yeah.
Probably in the risky cum-cum, but he's going in the cum-cum.
In the cum-cum for sure.
He's going in the cum-cum. But
how many times can we say cum in one podcast?
I don't know. We've said it a lot. I should also stop saying that Costa is sexy, which he is, but whatever. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll be back soon with more fight predictions from this card. Yeah, we'll be covering a few more. So stay tuned for those, and we will catch you soon. Take care, everybody.
Cheers. Bye.